Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Linda.
We're the Newcomers. Last week, we did an experiment. We cut Mailbag Monday into two parts because it was over 40 minutes. Some of you liked it. Most of you didn't. I didn't really like it. I was hoping it would save me time, but it didn't really. It was hard to do because you're trying to figure out, do I put two out and abouts or do I do one? Do I split it? Do I do shout outs on each one? Oh, it was a nightmare. So we're going back to the old format. Today's going to be a good show. I hope you'll love it. But back to the old all in one day on Mailbag Monday, because otherwise it was like Mailbag Thursday, right?
Yeah, that's what I kept thinking. It says Mailbag Monday, but we're doing it on Thursday.
Yeah. So it's all going to be today. We've been resting up a little bit. We had a long stretch of visitors, didn't we?
We did. And I wasn't feeling the most wonderful. Got a cold. And I'm better. I'm on round 2 of antibiotics, and I'm exhausted, though. I'm just really exhausted.
And you worked at Bargains and Blessings this week.
You know, that's a fun work for me. That's a fun work. Just incredible, and I enjoy meeting all of you that come down there. We're getting a lot of stuff in the store. Everybody's changing out their old Christmas, buying new stuff, so there's a lot of stuff there. So come down and check it out.
You know, it's funny. I looked up, somebody mentioned middle-aged the other day. And do you consider yourself middle-aged? Well, I didn't know what that meant, so I looked it up. And middle-aged, in Google, it came back 40 to 60.
We're over the hill, Jerry.
We are
seniors.
We are over the hill. But don't you truly believe that you're only as old as you feel? And as long as you try to keep staying young, and like Clint Eastwood said, don't let the old man in.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, don't let the old man in.
I like that.
On today's show, does your blood really thin when you get to Florida?
And can you drink the tap water here in Florida?
A viewer wants to know if his girlfriend can live with him for more than 31 days.
Wow.
Just depends on her personality, right?
And what she looks like, I don't know. Is major retail coming south of 44?
And another segment of Ask Amy, our legal expert.
All that and more coming up. Hit it, Wally.
Send us your questions, we've got your answers. Jerry and Linda's Mailbag Monday.
Thank you. Last week we did get some viewer videos, and I appreciate you sending those in. Remember, any question you have, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, it's fine. Email it to us, and we'll try to get you on the air. So this week's is coming from Susie. She's from the Philadelphia area. What do you got, Susie?
Jerry and Linda, this is Susie from the Philadelphia area. As you can see, it's very, very cold here. I wanted to ask you, how do you convince your significant other to come to the Villages? My sister and I are coming down for the 3rd time in January. We are very enthusiastic about moving there when we retire. However, we brought the guys in September. They didn't have the same enthusiasm. We're hoping they'll come around. Any advice?
Well, that's a loaded question right there. And you'd be surprised how many times we hear it.
Oh, yes.
One person is ready to go.
Right.
And the other person's dragging their feet. And people say, how can we get them to go? Depends on the person. But if you do a lifestyle visit, if you've done one, it pretty much sells itself.
Yeah.
We heard from some people yesterday that said they came on a lifestyle visit and the agent never even tried to sell them.
No, maybe a couple of days later, can we see a house?
Yeah, you'll drive around and then you'll want to see some homes probably. And, that's happened on more than one occasion. People came down here with absolutely no intention of moving here. They were going to treat it like a little vacation.
Right.
Next thing you know, we're getting a letter saying we're responsible for them losing or spending $500,000 on a house.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'd like to add to that is when we were shopping through or looking at homes that first time we got here, we didn't really know the layouts and the names of the homes. It'd be nice to have a little catalog with all the house plans, where's the bedroom, where's the kitchen, what's related to what. That would be such a nice thing for the Villages to do.
They probably have that over at the Street of Dreams.
Maybe so.
They might, but they just don't.
Can we just walk in there and ask for it? Or
we should try that.
Let's give that a shot.
But you ladies, you have the secret weapon.
Yeah.
You cook. So, you could just say, hey, You want breakfast? Take me to Florida. Let me go. Let me go visit. You know.
Well, a lot of time it depends on who's really got the big tie to that home. Are your children gone? Are your grandchildren away? Let's say you're a husband and wife and you've got a child or children that live close by. It may be hard, or you got aunts and uncles, but that's your wife's aunts and uncles, not yours. You may be ready to go, but the wife not. It just depends on whose relatives are close by, maybe.
It takes a lot of guts to move,
It does.
especially if it's a big move far away. It takes guts. I mean, I'm really surprised. We both wanted to look at beach houses when we came
Yeah.
down here, and we didn't get a beach house.
No.
And I'm surprised how easy the transition was, and
Yeah.
we're glad
Yeah.
we came. But good luck to you on that one,
Yeah.
Susie.
Good luck.
Bill Scarborough writes, "Hi, Jerry and Linda. I'm coming for a lifestyle visit November 28th with my girlfriend of 14 years. If I buy a house and she's not on the title, can she only stay for 31 days as a guest even though we're a couple?" Good question. An even better question is, a 14-year girlfriend? What are you waiting for, Bill? Somebody's going to steal her away from you if you're not careful.
Jerry first read that and said it was a 14-year-old girlfriend. He goes, how can that be?
I say, hey, man, that's
no,
we don't
no,
allow
no,
that down
no,
here.
no.
No,
No.
we don't allow that. Yeah, she can stay.
Yeah,
she can
stay.
stay with you. She can stay
Absolutely.
with you. And last night, though, we went to a little party, and it was down in DeLuna.
Oh, they were great.
And this very, very nice fellow was introducing us to his wife.
Significant other.
And I said, how long have y'all been married? And he goes, we're living in sin.
That's what he said.
18 years we've been living in sin. I'm
Or
like,
20.
what? What are you waiting
Yeah,
for?
what are you waiting for?
Yeah, come on, Bill.
It's
No,
time.
you can have people, I mean, you can have a live-in person with you. I mean, it happens all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Okay, this is from Susie and Chris. Help me.
Pazanchen.
I like it. One question, though. Do you miss the change of seasons and cooler sweater weather temps? I do miss the season change. I do miss the fall colors of Indiana. And as far as temps, we're cool here. We've had sweaters and sweatshirts here, and my fingers are especially cold today, even. So I miss just the fall colors. I don't miss the cold.
I remember a fine man back in Indiana. He was my boss. And we went out one morning, and he took a deep breath, and he said, I can feel it crackling that nicotine off my lungs. And I felt that way the other day. Did you hear me when we went out front with that other couple?
Yeah.
And I said, that cold air tastes good.
Yeah.
And it did taste good.
Tasted good.
Yeah. So, yes, I mean, we had a farm. We had the most beautiful farm. You could look out, especially in autumn, and see we were surrounded by beauty.
It was gorgeous.
And you don't see that here.
Yeah,
you know,
I do miss that.
People talk about the beautiful land in Florida, but I mean, it's really not that beautiful to me. It's scrubby. It's a lot like the land in Texas.
Yeah. Flat.
Some land, of course, is beautiful in Texas and in Florida, but not like we're used to in Indiana. In Indiana, Wisconsin,
Yeah.
Minnesota, there's some gorgeous
Kentucky.
land.
Oh, my
yeah,
gosh.
and the Smoky Mountains, and we don't get that down here. So we miss the look of it, but all in all, we've determined it's absolutely worth it to forego the looking at landscapes for the 365-day lifestyle down here.
Right. I agree.
Sugar and Sparky from Why Not Minot. Well, that's North Dakota.
Oh, yeah.
Our son's in the Air Force, our youngest. I hope he's never stationed in Minot, because I will not want to go visit him.
Yeah.
I've heard it's awfully cold up there, but of course not all year. But anyway, Sugar and Sparky. I'm also assuming Sparky's a dog.
Maybe.
But I mean, there was a baseball manager named Sparky Anderson of the Reds.
That's true. That's
So
right.
Sparky, if you're a real human, I'm sorry. But Sugar says, I've heard that once you move to Florida or South Texas, that your blood thins out. Is that true? And if it does, how do you handle it when the weather gets cold down there? You know what? I think that's totally a farce about the blood thinning.
Yeah.
But you do get used to the warmer temperatures. And then when you get a cold day down in the 45, 50 range, you're like, ooh, it's a little chilly. Let's get our jacket.
That's right.
We've been taking some golf cart rides at night.
Yeah.
And what did we do last
We
night?
took a blanket and we're going to keep one in the cart so that we can have it when we need it.
Yeah.
Especially going to and fro an event. So, yeah, we're going to keep a blanket.
Yeah, I don't think the blood really thins. If there's doctors or nurses out there watching, chime in and let us know what you think.
Yeah.
But I don't think that your blood actually thins. I think it's more of a mental thing.
Yeah. This is from Ted and Laurie Custer from Holland, Michigan. Do you drink your tap water? Fellow Midwesterners, they're from Holland, Michigan. Well, we do drink our tap water, but we also have a water purification system in the whole house. So when we first got here, we didn't have that, and we only had it in the refrigerator, right? So when I think I just talked myself into thinking that the water tasted bad. And Jerry was always going, it tastes fine. And I kept thinking, I got a stomach ache. So anyway, we did put the filter in, and we drink that tap water, but it's been filtered.
We shopped around for water filters, and man, that's one thing when you come to Florida, you may be besieged by people wanting to sell you water filters and water softeners, and they can be really pricey. But we bought a very reasonable water filter named a Nova. It's a Nova system, and this is going to be a plug for them, but I mean, we paid for it just like you do, and it was about $600, and it did a good job. I mean, it certainly got her to a point where she would drink the water. I don't personally think Florida water tastes all that great. It's not bad for you, but I don't think the taste is wonderful. We went to a restaurant.
Yeah.
In fact, several restaurants, they give you a drink of water, and ugh.
It doesn't taste good.
Yeah, not great. Sometimes even when you get a carbonated drink, it still tastes bad
Maybe
because
it's the ice.
Yeah, it could be the ice.
Yeah, could be.
But yes, we have a water filter. We think the water tastes fine with our filter. Without it, we don't really love the taste of it, but it's not bad for you. From Donna, when will they be building more commercial property south of 44, like Aldi's, Costco, Sam's, Lowe's, or Trader Joe's? I don't know. A lot of those are up in the northern end near Spanish Springs. They're off 441.
Yeah.
You got your Best Buy, your Home Depot, your there's no Costco.
No.
Be nice if there was a Costco, but there's a Sam's. That stuff's up there. It would be nice if they brought it down here.
Sure, it would be nice. They just opened one in Claremont, a Costco, so that's our closest Costco now, which is Claremont's 45 minutes away, maybe 50, maybe an hour. But as far as big businesses, we haven't heard of anything, and that makes me sad. There's some of the businesses that are coming in the next year or two. Around the area, some are in Lake Deaton area, which is on this side of 44. There's a CVS coming in Magnolia Plaza. Harry and the Natives is going to be the Lake Okahumpka, is that how you say it? Which is a little restaurant in that rec center.
They're breaking ground for that right now.
So that's going to be great. There's going to be a UPS store in Finney. That's supposed to already be open. And then there's one called the Toasted Yolk, and that's a cafe or breakfast place in Lake Deaton. So, but no big retail stores.
That's the only one that's on this side of 44.
Right.
The others are on the other side.
Right.
Now, I did hear something, and Linda's probably going to elbow me, but I heard there might be a Hooters coming.
Yeah.
Now, that would be nice.
Oh, for who?
Well, I mean, they've got good wings. They've got good hot dogs.
Wings.
Yeah, chicken wings.
Okay. All right. He took me there for our anniversary one time.
I did not.
Mother's Day, maybe.
Did not.
Yes, he did.
I did. We went there, but it wasn't a birthday celebration.
It's getting to look a lot like Christmas.
That just reminds me of the song.
Well, anyway, we took a ride in our golf cart, and boy, Brownwood was hopping on Friday night. Quit singing. On Friday night, they had the Christmas tree lighting, and boy, we saw so many golf carts.
I have never seen such a crowd in the villages. The parking was jammed for more than a quarter of a mile in all directions around that square.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. We were not going, but we decided we'll take a look. And oh my gosh, it was festive.
Yeah, we couldn't get through.
It was really bright and
Wonderful.
Christmas lights. And golf carts decked out.
Yeah,
You know, it was just great.
It was amazing.
But what a sea of humanity.
It was. Next year, we make a plan. We're going to go like at 2 o'clock and sit down in town and wait for it all to happen.
But speaking of Christmas, this week, just by luck, we have had an influx. I don't use that word often. Of Santa pictures around the villages. And this will continue all the way through Christmas. You would be amazed if you knew how many professional Santa Clauses live here. And I mean, not the kind with the fake beard that, the guy's been, drinking a fifth of whiskey and setting it down and putting kids on his lap. No, these are the real Santas that have rules about how they act, and they have the real whiskers. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I love to see them. And we've got some good friends that portray Santa Claus. And we're looking forward to seeing them again this year.
That's fun. That's really fun. Well, you got to know, this is a aged community of over 55. A lot of these guys have been practicing for a while, this is a good job for them.
Obviously above middle age, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You're all choked up.
Yes. Help, I need water.
If you knew how minty.
Minty? Minty or spearmint? It's beginning to go. There's a blooper. Got a little bit on our blooper reel there.
Time for.
I'm going to say that.
All right.
And this is her in her Bahama Mama hat. And I'm going to start this over because I butchered this one.
You said chamel?
I'm not sure what I said. I said something on there. I think I might have mispronounced, but let's just keep it.
Where are you?
Coming.
And his in-laws, Tony and Marie.
In-laws.
Did I say in-law?
In-law. What's an
in-law?
What's an in-law? He can edit it out. Don't you want to start singing Scarborough Fair?
Are you going to Scarborough? This week we had several letters concerning alligators. Now, you know what? Some of you at home, wherever you are get an instant turnoff about that. I don't. I love to see them. I mean, they can be deadly. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But look at these alligators. I'm going to read you a couple of the letters that came along with these pictures. From Bob Simmons. I saw a gator feeding on a fish the other day at Hog Eye Walking Path. You can see that bad boy coming right up out of the water, gulping that fish down. That's pretty crazy. Jim Perkins writes, I caught this big fellow napping at Evans Prairie Country Club. They were playing golf. And that's a dandy. I'll tell you what, we've seen some monsters. And right now, for some reason, they're sunning themselves.
Yeah. Well,
they're active.
We had a cold spell a week or so ago. And I think now, since the sun's out, and like a couple of days ago, it was in the 80s, those alligators saying, give me some warm.
So alligators are here. We have to coexist with them. I mean, they're dinosaurs, right? I mean, these things are the closest thing we have to dinosaurs. They were here first. I just absolutely hate it when I hear that they've had to go kill one.
Yeah, or take one away.
But also, all the alligators in the world are not worth one human life.
Exactly.
I mean, so we don't want anybody going down there and feeding them and getting too close. And
or one doggy life.
Yeah, well, no, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, doggy life.
No, I wouldn't say that. Because they're all animals, right?
That's true.
They're all
they got to eat. I know. There is a chain there.
All right.
All right. Well, this is from Cynthia. And Cynthia, I'm kind of debating on how to answer this question. She says, how can I find my own Jerry? Jerry, how can she find her own? Well, I don't know. But I tell you, on some days, if he doesn't pick up those socks, I might have one to give you.
Wow.
Oh, no. You know what? I was very lucky to get this Jerry. Very lucky when I was 17.
Oh, shucks. Cynthia, thank you. That's nice.
Yeah, it was very nice.
All right.
Very nice. It's time for Out and About. We
went with another couple to Oakwood Smokehouse over on 441. There are several locations. I don't know if there's 2 or even more, but the other one that I know of is on 301.
Mm-hmm.
But we generally go to the one that's between Fruitland Park and Lady Lake. And we have never had a bad experience.
A round of applause.
They have a great menu and excellent servers in our experience, and Monday through Wednesday, they serve the most delicious, lovely rack of ribs. Baby back ribs,
That big.
nice, for $16. You just can't beat that. No. We've gone to the grocery store and tried to buy ribs, and you can't hardly beat that.
No.
Especially with, and everybody in our whole party ordered those full rack of ribs, and we differed on the sides. Now, I went with baked beans and macaroni and cheese, and you had macaroni and cheese and...
I can't remember. Oh, probably beans of some sort.
Lima beans?
Probably. Yeah,
Lima beans.
lima
She
beans.
loves her lima
I do
beans.
love lima beans.
Tom had lima beans and black-eyed peas. Now, he didn't love the black-eyed peas, so he sent them back, and he got fried okra. And he loved it. In fact, he was raving about this restaurant when we're done.
Black-eyed peas is a thing that Texans love, and he's from Texas. So my aunt, I remember doing the purple whole beans. Oh, they were delish. Yeah.
And they have this big glasses of sweet tea. I'm back on sweet tea. I only drank diet drinks for a long time. Now I'm drinking sweet tea. Now I'm getting big. But it's delicious. I mean, just delicious. Dottie finished off her meal with peach cobbler a la mode. And that was a nice serving.
And our
$7. But it's nice. I mean,
Our server kept saying us, he was so good. His name is Austin, by the way. And if you ever go there, ask for Austin. He was awesome. He goes, I got to warn you, it's small. It's small. And we go, really? So, we were thinking like a little bit compote tiny. Well, it wasn't that
Well, that's because
small.
Austin's a big boy.
Oh, yeah, he was
He's
a big boy. But it was a generous amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look at this pile of ribs we had left over. Well, they weren't left over. They were left behind because there wasn't any meat on those things.
Yeah, there's the bones.
Yeah, that was delicious. It was the kind of barbecue where you can hold it and just pull out that bone. Oh, that's what I like. That's the way I like it.
Delicious.
So the bill for 2 of us was $34.24 plus tip. And we thought that was extremely reasonable. Time for the word jumble. Now, last week, the answer to the puzzle was Morse Boulevard. We even had some witty people send us the answer in Morse code.
They did. Jerry goes, what's this, Linda? I think
What
it's
is
music.
that? Is that music?
So he hands it to me. He goes, can you figure out this music? And I look and I go, honey, that's Morse code. And I can't do that.
This one is going to be kind of vague. Hopefully some of you will get it. You may have to put on your thinking cap. Here's the clue. The executives can make this dream come true. All right, well, good luck with that, and we hope all of you solve it. Remember, if you get it, tell us you got it in the comment section, but don't tell us the answer. Use some witty thing to let us know that you found it.
Hey Jerry and Linda, it's Amy Pittman with Pittman Law, and I wanted to address a question or concern that comes up quite a bit here in the retirement community, is getting married later in life. So do we get married? How does that impact our estate plan? So in Florida, if you're married, your spouse is automatically entitled to half your house, even if your house is owned by you solely, or a life estate, and 30% of all your assets, and that's called the elective share. So we strongly recommend that you talk to an attorney prior to getting married so that you can either address the need for a prenuptial agreement or maybe don't get married at all. I know some of my clients are probably laughing right now because they know how I feel about late in life marriage. But if you get married later in life, we really need to have a prenuptial agreement. And if you're already married, I would advise you to do a postnuptial agreement. Now, my office does not prepare prenuptial agreements or postnuptial agreements, so we would refer you to an attorney, such as a family law attorney, to do that. But just very consider what this does to your estate plan when you do get married. And sometimes people don't consider all of the consequences to that decision. We definitely don't recommend that you merge assets right away, because obviously when you name your spouse as an owner or your partner as an owner of an asset like a bank account, you die, it all goes to them. If you put them on the house, the deed, then it goes to them. So you have to be very clear and intentional about how you title your assets when you are married. But again, if you are going to get married, definitely talk to an attorney prior to getting married. And that could be your estate planning attorney if that's us. Obviously, we don't do family law here. We do estate planning, but it is something that's part of the estate plan. So I hope that helps and answers the questions, or maybe helps some of your viewers go talk to an attorney before they make that decision. Have a good day.
Time for upcoming entertainment. Do you have anything for us?
We have a few things. I'm going to list a few things from the Savannah Center and the Sharon, and then we have some other activities that you might be interested in. At the Savannah Center this week on December 6th is live from Laurel Canyon, Songs and Stories of the American Folk Rock. And then on the 7th, Rocky's Big Band meets rock and roll with guest stars Dennis Tufano and Peggy March. We saw that last year.
Peggy March was the youngest girl to ever have a #1 hit, I think.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. And on December 8th, an evening with Gary Puckett and the Union Gap. Hit it, Jerry. And then December 10th, the most wonderful time of the year, a tribute to the Andy Williams Christmas specials.
Andy Williams. That's a blast from the past.
That brings you into Christmas
I haven't
spirit,
thought about that
doesn't it?
guy for 40 years.
I know, but he gives you the Christmas spirit.
And there's going to be the Village's Model Train Show, and that's going to be at the Colony Cottage Rec Center.
Mm-hmm.
It goes for several days. You can look it up, December 7, 8, 9, and 10. And that'll be fun. It's free to the public and kids of all ages.
Yeah. Now, at the Sharon also, this week is on the 6th, Christmas with the Celts. And December 7th, Lone Star. And then the 9th and 10th, there's 2 days of this. It's the Book of Mormon. We've never seen that. I think someday I'd like to try that one. And then, of all, the greatest at Christmas time on December 12th at the Sharon is the Nutcracker. So that will be beautiful.
We went to that one, though.
Yeah, we did.
And
did
we
that.
left at halftime.
Jerry said, let's go. He goes, it's a halftime yet?
There's no singing in that.
A lot of dancing. It's beautiful. It's ballet. I always wanted to be a ballerina. I really did.
And we had a request from one of our local folks to give a shout out for their club called the Crafting and Creating Club. The fun, very most awesome ever club. Where do I sign up for that?
Really?
Ladies, you can create any craft that you'd like to bring while we chat and socialize to our heart's content. And that sounds good. If you're interested in going to that, contact Ann Bingham. And her number's right there, 352-259-5465.
There you go. Crafting and Creating Club.
Time for Sweet and Salty.
And I'll get the sweet. You two are such a sweet, kooky, lovely couple, and my husband and I have been watching you for a few years. Now, why? Who knows? We have no interest in the Villages.
We actually like it when we get letters like that. That means we're kind of doing something right.
But kooky?
Well, I mean, let's face it, we are kooky.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, that's what keeps you young, right? If you're all business,
Yeah.
that's no fun.
Yeah.
You know, I had so severe tunnel vision for many years when I was coaching, and then when I'm trying to raise a family. You know, I could have had more fun when I was younger, but I mean, I've always been a little bit off. And,
You heard it.
but yeah, you know, stay young and you know, do things like that. That's what the kooky part is, and that's an important part.
Yeah. Well, it's fun. I hope you get to come visit here anyway.
Absolutely. Thanks for the nice words. And here's one from Michael. Michael says, 88% of you damn villagers don't wear seatbelts. Is that true?
Where did he get that number?
No, that's not true. Now, there may have been a time when, Michael, that you remember from back when you were just a wee lad, when most carts did not have seatbelts.
Yeah.
But now, many of them do. It's not standard. You have to add them or pick them as an option. But we never go anywhere without our seatbelts. If we go 2 doors down, we buckle up our seatbelt. most of the injuries I've heard of have come from being ejected from the golf cart. So we're going to wear our seatbelts.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't know why you talk like that, Michael.
Yeah.
It's not very nice.
How do you talk that way?
Well, nice. Time for shout-outs. We'd like to recognize the friends of our channel. You can see them scrolling. Are they going this way? Are they going that way? Anyway, they're scrolling up there. Which way are they going?
I think they're going this way.
They're going this way, aren't they?
No, well,
Huh? Which way are they going?
I think they're going this way. We shall see.
They are. They're going this way. They're going that way. And how do you get your name on that list? Well,
Anything.
yeah, just be nice. Just be nice.
Be nice. Everybody here in the villages, we're going to have everybody's name.
You know, if we saw somebody pulled over to help a motorist, we'll put your name up
Oh,
there.
yeah.
If somebody is extremely sweet when we bump into you on the street, we'll put your name up there. You know, if you're a top fan or viewer, boom, your name's going to get up there. So
Christine from Walmart stood and talked to me. She works there. I adore her. She stood with me for about 20 minutes in the aisle talking to me about certain products. She was so lovely.
yeah, just be a good person. You know, we said we'd see you when you get here, and when you see us, don't be afraid to say hello.
Nope.
And you just might find your name scrolling up at the top.
Yeah.
Bill and Lori Warden have been watching us for 2 years. They finally made the move from Pennsylvania. They moved into their new home on November 22nd. So they are real newbies.
They're real newbies.
Congratulations and welcome.
Well, Jim and Judy asked us to send a message to their good friends, Andy and Debbie. And they're saying Jim and Judy are waiting anxiously for you to come on down.
Yeah, they want you to come.
Yeah.
At least come and give it a look. Come down, visit with them, stay in their house, eat their food.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is Jim Delahanty. We met him over at the Sleight of Mind show a little while back. And he and his wife, Christine, live in the village of Hawkins. And his in-laws, Tony Ann and Marie, live in the village of Bradford. How is it having your in-laws so close, Jim?
Look at these party animals. Libby Schillinger sent this photo of them having fun on a Caribbean cruise. That's her in a Bahama mama hat and him wearing a sponge hat.
Yeah, that's fun on a cruise. And on a cruise, you figure you're 1,000 miles offshore. You don't know these people. Act like a fool, right?
Act like a fool.
And that's the way it is here in the villages. You move down here, you don't know these people. So shake a leg,
Yeah, we love going to
dance like nobody's looking because you don't know any of these people.
Looking.
That's fun. Chuck and Nikki are from Maryland. They recently moved into the village of Newell. Amazing number of people that told us this past week they are moving into the village of Newell.
We have just seen a lot of them.
They say they're amazed at how friendly and helpful everyone is, and folks brought over snacks and goodies for them and were helpful. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
very nice.
Yeah. I also want to thank everyone that sent a card to my friend Tina. She's enjoying that. And we did get the address wrong on the first video.
It's Shorewood, not Shoreville.
It's Shorewood, Illinois. And I sure hope you all will reach out to her. I gave the wrong address. Sorry about that.
Don't blame me on this one.
It was me. But she's enjoying that, and I really appreciate you all reaching out to her.
That's going to do it for this week's edition of
Mailbag Monday.
On Thursday, we're going to have a show for you. Do you remember about 6 or 7 months ago, we gave you a show. It turned out to be very popular, over 100,000 views, about Michael Seibel, who moved into a villa, and he was surprised because every single other house on his street was a rental.
Yeah.
And he was there wanting and dreaming of making friends, and there was no permanent resident to make friends with. Yeah. So we went back to see how he's getting along, and I think you're really going to like this show.
Yes, please tune into that. If you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to our channel and follow us on Facebook. Until next time.
See you when you get here.